We are in major profits on our Bitcoin and Ethereum trade here. Bitcoin just keep pushing towards the upside and we're breaking critical resistance here. We are in this major supported zone here, which is a pretty good sign, and it keeps us pushing towards new all-time highs once again. There are stacking up some very big long positions here, and that is something we want to keep in mind. And next week, the US House takes it up for the Bitcoin and crypto market structure bill. And this is a really good sign here. Ethereum is still pushing towards the upside here, exactly as predicted. But first of all, please make sure to follow me over on X and over on YouTube to never miss a move again. And let's dive right away into the data for now. Because what we can see here is that we are in a massive profit here on our Bitcoin and Ethereum trade. And I literally called this trade live over on my X page and over on my YouTube page. For now, we are going to set our stop loss more in profit. And that means that we are currently safe for this trade here, and that's exactly what we want. Ethereum trade is also doing very well. Of course, it's 100x leverage, but that means that Ethereum pumped 20% after our call, so that is a really good sign here. If we look at the Bitcoin chart, we can actually see that we are in a very long resistance area here for 4 years approximately, and right now we are breaking through with some serious momentum, which is a really good sign. Every single time we came to this stop, the momentum was fading away, and that is a really bad sign, and that probably means you will resist it and go further towards the downside. But for now, what we can actually see is that momentum was pushing into the market, and that caused a breakout for now. And this is a really good sign because there is no resistance left towards the left here and from the past. That usually means that we are in price discovery, and in price discovery, literally nothing can push price down. In fact, of course, people are taking profits here, but for now, things are looking very good. What we can expect here, if we got a little cool down, is a retest of this old resistance line, and that is around the 115K. And if we see so, we can anticipate on that with a very nice trade here. Also, what we can see is a very interesting chart is we have a very important support zone below us, and every single time we tap that support zone, we push towards the upside, and this is a really good sign. We also created resistance every single time on the top here, and we break out of it and retest it and push further towards the upside. That's exactly what we have been seeing here as well, and for now we push further towards the upside, towards new all-time highs, and that is a very, very good sign here. And I don't really think that we are even done yet, because this was a pump of approximately 150%, and this one was a 60% pump, and I really think that this one can easily hit 60% as well, and that means that we will see a 160k Bitcoin anytime soon here, and that is literally amazing. But something we really want to keep in mind is that everyone is stacking up longs, which is pretty normal here, but not everyone can win in the market, and it's probably a sign that we maybe will get a shock out towards the downside to take everyone out of their position. And that is exactly what the market makers want. So don't get fooled if it happens. Don't play with too much leverage because we are pumping right now. You needed to literally be in a trade sooner here, because you don't have enough convenience there to get into a trade, and also the risk is getting higher and higher when price go up here. So that is something we really want to keep in mind. And a really good news here is that next week the US House takes up the Bitcoin and crypto market structure bill in a landmark move that could reshape everything. So this is a really important thing, and I'm really excited to see what will happen next week if this one gets approved. But for now, it is something I really want to keep in mind, because we're printing all-time high after all-time high, and this is a very bullish news article that if this really happens, this will cause for an even bigger pump towards the upside. And if we end this week around the 120, 125k, this could literally push us towards the 130, 140k next week. So that is pretty good to see. Also, something we have been talking about for a lot here lately, when capitulation happened. I've talked about this in videos over on my X page and also on my YouTube. And what you can see here is that we are in the expansion phase after the capitulation phase, and we called it approximately right here that we were in capitulation, and after that we pumped 36% towards the upside, and that is a massive profit, and we are in that massive profit as well here. So I've been calling this, and please make sure to follow me over on those socials to never miss the next move again, because I'm literally sharing alpha right over here, and this one is literally 14% away from my target, and we have been making a 50% gain for now. For now, Ethereum is also breaking out this very important resistance zone. So what we can expect is maybe a little pullback towards the downside and then a further pump towards the upside. And that support is laying around the top of this range. If we see a dump towards that level, I will be adding more to my position because I'm literally in a trade with $370 right now. And we want to be in it with way more here. But things are looking very good. Then if you look at the Bitcoin volatility index, we can actually see, of course, we're printing new all-time highs, but we are keeping dropping here on the Bitcoin volatility index, and the high is getting lower and lower. So that means that volatility is getting out of the market, which is a pretty rare sign to see, that Bitcoin printing new all-time highs and volatility is still going down here. But in the past, what we can see is that if we got a period of low volatility, we always saw a big volatility week ahead here, and that is exactly where I'm waiting for, because I really think that if volatility kicks in around these levels of 122K Bitcoin, we can see a massive push towards the upside. And I think 130, 140K is imminent if volatility really kicks in the market once again. But we really want to get above this support zone here. If we break below this, the volatility is at an all-time low approximately, and that is something you really want to keep in mind, because volatility can also kick in towards the downside, and that is something you really want to keep in mind here as well. So that was it for today's video. Please make sure to follow me over on those socials, and I will see you tomorrow by a new crypto daily update.